If you are VIP or you're absent today, which is Thursday, February 11th, here's what we did in class. So you're going to be reading a poem today. It's called The Hill We Climb, and it was performed at the inauguration in January, so it's incredibly recent. She kind of went a little bit viral, the girl who read it, because she was the youngest poet to ever perform at the inauguration. She's only 19. This poem shares a lot of themes with the sorts of things we've been talking about in this American Dream Unit, and it also shares some themes with Hamilton, some songs from Hamilton. So I know you guys have been listening to a couple songs in Mr. Bishop's class and also studying Hamilton, so I wanted to kind of draw that in as well. So this is set up as a web quest. You open it up with Kami, and embedded in it are some links, some videos, and you should be able to just like hover over them and tell if they are clickable or not. So starting at the top here, you'll figure out what a Youth Poet Laureate is. She was the first Youth Poet Laureate, and she talks in this video about being several firsts. So she talks about a few different types, so you will list those. She talks about her poetry in this interview, what sorts of things her poetry focuses on, and then she mentions a particular challenge that she has had to overcome in her poetry that makes her work even a little bit more impressive. So you'll write about that here. This is her performing the poem at Joe Biden's inauguration. So you'll watch her video. So she performed this on January 20th of this year. You'll read the full text of the poem here. You will need to actually like open it up because I have you looking for quotes and things. The video is also linked in this one. So here's the poem. And then we have some questions embedded in here for you. So some of them are just like our typical, studying a poem sort of questions. And then some questions about her language choices, like her play on words. So like we lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms. What are the two meanings of the word arms here? Find me a metaphor. When does she use something called anaphora? Find an example of alliteration. Explain this allusion. Like what is this an allusion to? You'll click those links to figure that out. When does she use rhyme? Give me an example. Reading these, the beginning and end of the poem. What do light and darkness symbolize? How does Gorman answer the question she lays out in the first two lines of the poem? Where can we find light in this never-ending shade? Which are the first two lines. What is the hill we climb? That's the title of the poem, but I'd like you to figure out what the metaphor is. What is the tone of her poem? And I've kind of given you some different examples here. You're welcome to choose from that list, or you can think of something else. And how do you know? And what is the theme of her poem? What do you think she hopes that listeners will take away from it? And then there's a video after the inauguration. The one above is a video from when she was first named Youth Poet Laureate, but this is after she actually delivered the poem, and it can give you a little bit of extra insight. I want you to stop there for today. If you were working at home, you're welcome to move on if you'd like to, but if you are an in-class kid, you can stop there. And we'll continue with this Hamilton stuff on Tuesday. Just a reminder that you do not have to log in on Monday at all. So Monday is just a straight up vacation day for you and for me. So there's no need for you to do anything except for, get up to this point before our class on Tuesday. If you have any questions, if any links don't work, you can't find anything, let me know. Otherwise, have a great long weekend, and I'll see you again on Tuesday.